Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first installment of Outside the City, where me, one of your hosts, Jacob, and two of my best friends, Ethan and Grayson, cover most things Copa America, but all things United States of America. Can I get an eagle cry from the boys?
That's exactly what they sound like, okay?
What is a kilometer, baby? We are here to talk about the U.S. men's national team and how they're doing right now in the Copa America. The tournament has been off to a pretty electric start, especially for our boys in red, white, and blue. What'd you guys make of the matchup against Bolivia?
You know, you love it. All of the Americans here in the U.S. were watching that game the other night. First match day from Copa America, match day one, and we came up against Bolivia. I know we've got a Bolivian friend from our uh, uh, club team back home. So I know Carlos, our friend Carlos, is always on the fence about cheering for Bolivia or USA. So I know he had a rough one, but I know who we're after. USA on top, baby. It was a great match. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Starting out hot the way we did, just so everyone's on the same page. If you haven't seen the game, we won 2-0. Started out really, really hot with a Christian Pulisic banger off of his right foot. That got me going. A real gut reaction for me. I think I woke the neighbors up next door with a big solid scream for me. That was awesome to watch. And then just the pure dominance that we put on Bolivia. Like, I'm sorry, Bolivia, you guys have families. You did not deserve what we gave to you, but you still took it anyways.
Yeah, if you guys are a fan of our usual podcast, the City Boys podcast, you'll know how different our styles of play are compared to the U.S. men's national team. And I gotta say, it was nice to watch a team who wants to possess the ball, who can make accurate passes, find people in between the lines, find people making runs, and actually get some exciting offensive attacking ball happening. Same or USA is not afraid to possess in the back, and that's because we have a lot of quality in our back line. Uh, any final notes, or should I hit us with the lineup for our USA team? No, I think
Let's hear
let's
it.
kick it off, guys. We have Matt Turner in goal. It's strange to not be saying Roman Berkey in goal, but yes, we have him. Matt Turner, Premier League experience. We've got a fully stocked back line from left to right. One of my favorite USA players, steadily growing into one of the strongest on the team. Anthony Jedi Robinson at the left back position. St. Louis's own Tim Ream in center back, hopefully making his move to MLS. Hopefully not Charlotte, but it's looking most likely Charlotte. But hey, stick in the Prem. Whatever. Do what you're good at, buddy. Chris Richards, another Premier League talent playing for Crystal Palace in the right center back position. And right back, Joe Scaly from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Great season in Germany for him. And he rightly takes up the spot as Sergino Dest is out with ACL injury, I'm pretty sure. So he'll be out for a while. Definitely missing this Copa. Midfield trio, we're rocking the 4-3-3, of course. I've got Weston McKennie on the left center mid, Tyler Adams in that center mid position, Gio Reyna out on the right side, and our attacking trio, right wing, Timothy Weah with a fantastic performance for the USA. Um, we've got Folarin Balogun, uh, coming in for the USA after making his switch from Germany, just doing what's right. And of course, last but not least, Stars and Stripes, Captain America. It's Christian Pulisic on the left wing, who also earned the man of the match with an 8.9. Fantastic goal to start off the tournament for USA. What a way to start it off. Real quick, I'll hit you guys with the subs. Yunus Musa came on in the 46th minute, so right at halftime. Looks like he came in for Tyler Adams. Johnny Cardoso filling in the 65th minute, as along with Ricardo Pepi. So they came in for Gio Reyna and Balogun, of course. Luca De La Torre comes in the 78th minute for Weston, and Brendan Aronson making a last-minute sub in the 86th for Timothy Weah. What did you guys think of this lineup? For me, this is a World Cup quality squad. It's definitely one with big names that we'd expect to see out there. And I liked it. I liked it. Of course, there's a couple weaknesses, but I mean, we're coming up against a pretty weak Bolivian side. So I'm glad with the 2-0. How do you guys see it?
I like the lineup a lot. I think we could not have asked for more from the schedule makers getting us started in game one against Bolivia. Granted, we've been in camp for a couple weeks now, and there's still nothing like those real game time minutes in order to iron out some of those things that's really hard to replicate in training. So coming up against the softer side in Bolivia, sorry, Bolivia fans, if you're watching this, you know better than I do how bad your team is compared to the USA. Um, but yeah, it was a good performance. Could have asked for more. Still can't be disappointed with a 2-0 decisive victory. What did you think, Ethan?
I love this lineup, guys. This, like you said, Grayson, is a World Cup quality squad. We know that the US is ranked 11th in the FIFA World Rankings, which, in my opinion, is really high. But you do see the starting 11 that we have, and many of them play for top clubs in Europe. And as a matter of fact, our entire starting 11 plays in Europe. So this is a much different looking US side than we've seen in many years previous. And in my opinion, I love it. We saw just how strong they are. The team chemistry looks amazing. They have some great experience together, and this is not their first major international tournament together. The squad has gelled well. Like you said, they did leave just a little to be desired. I do think this could have been a more dominant victory, but a 2-0 victory and 3 points in the group is nothing to be ashamed of. With that
Yeah, you
being
want to
said,
continue with the match review?
yeah, I would love to take us through this USA 2-0 victory. Like you guys mentioned, the game starts off early. So just before the Christian Pulisic chance, in the first 60 seconds of the game, Flo gets in on goal, and the goalie makes a unbelievable karate kick save. I wanted to point this out because I think it is so characteristic of the Copa America. Just some of these nutty moments that you wouldn't see anywhere else other than an international tournament like that. Moving into the part that we've all been waiting for, in the third minute, Christian Pulisic goes over to take a corner kick. He plays it short to Tim Weah. Tim Weah lays it off. Pulisic puts in some magic, a delightful half chip, half finesse to the far post. He just left the goalkeeper stranded. He really didn't stand a chance. And that is exactly the type of opening performance that we would expect to see from our captain, from the team's leader, and there's no doubt in my mind, team's best player. Moving on, the lads showed up for Gio Reyna. How good was it to see a hard tackle go in on one of our most quality players, one of our most controversial players, and Tyler Adams immediately step in and let them know that they are not going to let that slide. This is not going to be the kind of tournament that we have. You're not going in easy on Gio Reyna. Moving forward in the first half, a very, very good Flo Balogun goal. Christian Pulisic on the assist. He brings it through the midfield, finds Ballo on his left foot. And how good was it to see some confidence in a U.S. striker? He faces up his man, squares up, makes a move, quick cut on the left foot, extremely decisive finish there into the bottom corner for Balogun. Balogun. The last action we would see from Balogun is a disallowed second goal, which is a little harsh, just a bit offside on the play, but good stuff to see and very good signs from the U.S. starting 11. If you didn't catch this match, what happens after Balogun gets subbed off is what I would like to refer to as the Ricardo Pepi effort. This man tried his damn best and just could not find the back of the net. Three really good chances to get on the score sheet in his hometown. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it. Nothing else really notable, though. Bolivia did have one shot on target that Matt Turner very easily saved. Other than that, a U.S. victory. I hesitate from saying dominant, but a nice U.S. victory nonetheless. Grayson, what'd you think?
I definitely think it was a good, solid opening match at the Copa for USA. We've got in my mind, I think it's a pretty scary group. Uruguay is a solid team, fantastic players. Darwin Nunez, an aging Luis Suarez, I think, made the cut. So yeah, Uruguay has a lot of players that, of course, can punish us. Panama on their day can scare USA. It's happened before. Uh, but yeah, Bolivia was definitely the weakest of the group, so I'm glad that we got to draw them first. Of course, we have Panama coming up next. So I'm happy that USA got off to a good win with not, it was comfortable, not really anything scary happened. So I'm just glad we got a nice, confident way to kick off the tournament. I'm happy with it. Glad Pulisic got a quick start to introduce himself. You know, he's back and the USA are back.
Yeah, I think some off the field things that are really important for this team are uh they said in the broadcast that this team feels like a family, and you can see it in the way that they play, the way they interact. I personally loved Pulisic's celebration. Yes, he goes over to the team and he's looking for the set piece coach up in the stands, but they get a nice zoom in on his face where I think it's Weston McKennie walking next to him, and they do the like viral twin brothers thing on the internet where they go. I thought that was really fun to watch. I was like, oh, these dudes are living their best life right now, currently winning in a big tournament. That's a big deal. In regards to the pitch itself, news that has been going around is that they're not in the greatest condition. I saw a lot of slips. They're not the World Cup requirement, 75 yards wide. They are not in soccer specific stadiums. So the USA is really trying its hardest to, like USA as a country, not the team, is trying its hardest to get these stadiums ready for each of the matches. But kind of an L on the world stage is my opinion, not having these ready in time for these matches, putting honestly player health in jeopardy, and I'm hoping everybody leaves this tournament 100% healthy, no injuries due to pitch.
With that, do you want to take a peek at some groups from around the league? Of course, I think we should take a look at where this leaves us in our group, and then we'll take a pop around the tournament, see what's going on.
Cool. All right. So Group A has finished their first match days. Argentina with a decisive victory, winning 2-0. Peru and Chile in a 0-0 draw, and Canada losing to Argentina by 2 goals. So that leaves Argentina 1, Peru 2, Chile 3, Canada 4.
So Group B, we've got another pretty strong group here. Venezuela and Mexico on top with earning 3 points in their first two matches, and Ecuador and Jamaica rounding out the bottom two spots. My favorites from this group, of course, are going to be Mexico and Ecuador. A couple big players on Ecuador that I'm a fan of, specifically because I'm a Chelsea fan. So I expect big things from them this tournament. Jamaica has made a ton of international moves, getting people to switch their nationality. A lot of players stolen from England. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Uh, who's that big dude from West Ham?
Mikel
Yeah,
Antonio
Mikel
is a Jamaican
Antonio,
star right now. I think Damari Gray
Yep.
from Leicester City plays for Jamaica now.
Leon Bailey. Like they're going to be stacked. So I am surprised that they did get a a loss in their first match, but there's a couple more games to go, so we'll see how that plays out.
I will say they were hard done to lose their match against Mexico. I watched it. I think they had a goal called back to go up 1-0 on Mexico, and that kind of took the wind out of their sails a little bit for the rest of the game. And
Mm.
although Mexico has been a teeteringly on the bad side of an international team, they are still Mexico. They do still have quality players and are experienced enough to figure out a way to win those games. So I think Jamaica, while they probably should and deserved a point out of that game, Mexico came in and took it.
Well said. We ready for Group C, gentlemen? All right. In order, after match day one, Uruguay sits atop of the group after defeating Panama 3-1. United States, our boys, we just talked about it, sitting in second right now. And if I had to guess, this will likely be how the group shapes out. I know that's a little obvious, not a hot take by any means, but I do think that the U.S. will handle Panama. The U.S. and Uruguay game is, I believe, up for grabs. With that being said, Panama sits in third place on no points, same as Bolivia. They have an identical goal difference. So, yeah, I see the two favorites coming out easily in this group.
I kind of have a different perspective on it. I think Panama has given us problems in the past, and we've played them a lot. So that is a game to circle. And if USA do want to make it out of this group, they're going to have to get points at Panama because points with Uruguay are not guaranteed. So a better performance coming from USA against Panama all but secures our place in the next round, and vital that we come out on fire. Oh shit, I got Group D. Gotcha. Group D, as we record this, there is a game happening right now. Brazil and Costa Rica are 0-0 at halftime. If I had to make a
Goal disallowed.
prediction, oh damn. Well, if I had to make a prediction on how that game ends, I think Brazil probably take the 3 points. But right now, at halftime, the group sits Colombia with 3 points, top of the table, Brazil, 1 point, Costa Rica, 1 point, Paraguay, no points in that order. My favorites out of this group are those top two that I mentioned, Colombia and Brazil. James Rodriguez, redemption tour, and Brazil is one of the best teams in the world. Definitely a tournament favorite. So they should come out on top of this group, honestly, with 9 points.
There's a lot of drama surrounding them early in the tournament. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Ronaldinho came out and said he was not supporting this Brazil squad. And then the next day, he backed down on it and said, "Oh, of course I'm supporting this Brazil squad. What do you think? I'm joking? What the hell, dude? Just, of course he's supporting Brazil. Don't know why we even believed it in the first place." Uh,
Ronald Troll Dino.
what a guy. What a guy. Still got it. Still got it. But yeah, this is definitely going to shake up to be an awesome tournament. Eyes peeled on the field. This is going to be a fun one. Um, if you guys are familiar with our City Boys podcast episodes, we do have a reoccurring segment called Kit Clash. We will be bringing it back to outside the city, but in a different kind of format. You'll see in a couple of weeks how that's going to look, but we will be doing a little announcement on social media. So keep your eyes out because that's where you'll see about it first.
Yeah, so with that being said, follow us on social media, Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, leave a comment, leave a like, follow us on Spotify, rate 5 stars, and as always, tell your mother you love her.
USA, USA.
USA,
I believe that we
USA. I believe that we will win.